Most people think a fire pit has to look like Stonehenge. You know the type, 12 big rocks, a beer cooler, and somebody yelling, "Don't worry, I got this." But here's the truth. You don't need a backyard volcano to have a great fire. Today, we're building something better. A Keyhole Fire Pit. Simple, practical, kid-friendly. You can cook on it, warm up around it, and teach your kids about fire without needing to sacrifice a virgin or perform a dance after. This is a Fireworks Fire Pit Field Test, Episode 1. Durable dads, brothers from other mothers, and sisters from different misters, thanks for tuning in. Today, Jeremy and I kick off a whole series that's about making real fire pits. Not those oversized party pits that burn through half a forest just to toast one marshmallow. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it smart. And we're keeping it Durable Dads practical. Jeremy from Fireworks is here to help show us how to build a keyhole fire pit from scratch. Easy enough for your kids to join in, solid enough to last all season. First off, location. Pick a safe spot, flat, away from overhangs, and somewhere you can sit without melting your chair. The keyhole design is all about purpose. One end's for heat, one end's for cooking, and together they make a smarter, more efficient burn. We're talking small footprint, high output. That's the Durable Dad way. Okay, let's get to some keyhole fire pit building. Hey kids, Durable Dads here, bringing you real gear tests, dad-approved tips, and adventures that actually work. If you're one of the 86% watching but not subscribed, hit that button. It's one click for you, and it keeps this party rolling. All right, kids, you don't need much. A shovel, some rocks, and a bit of sweat equity. If your kids are helping, let them stack the stones or dig the outline. They're going to remember this more than the big bonfire parties. The airflow is the secret here. The narrow keyhole will focus the heat, so you use half the wood for twice the warmth. It's not about how big the pit is, it's about how smart the fire is.
Hello everyone, my name's Jeremy. I'm with Fireworks, and today we are building, or we've already built, a keyhole fire pit. This is probably my favorite way to do fire pit because it's versatile, it's quick, it's easy, and you can cook on it. It's a beauty, simple fire pit. So what we've done is we dug down a little bit, but the problem is it's very rocky underneath, so we couldn't go too far. I just wanted to check how thick the duff was and how much we have to worry about roots and stuff like that. But it looks like we're all good here, so we're just going to go ahead and get our fire started.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the design here, Jeremy.
So the design is, it's just a regular circle with a keyhole slot built into it. So what's going to happen is we're going to get our fire established, and once those coals are nice and hot, we're going to slip them into here, put our grate on, and then you can cook over this and still have a fire for entertainment or whatever else, right?
That's perfect. So we'll still get our coffee?
We'll still get our coffee.
Okay, this is awesome.
I would not light a fire without coffee in mind.
Awesome. Okay, so did you want to tell us a little bit about the fire safety and why we prepped and what we did here?
So we chose this spot because there's no overhanging branches, and the ground is pretty clear. We did take a rake and shuffle out a bit of the pine cones and pine needles and stuff, but there's no duff, so that's a big bonus. That's where a lot of people get in trouble, is they don't realize just how thick the burnable material on the surface is.
Right.
But here it's well traveled, so it's there's not a lot of duff collection. You go a little further into the bush and it gets a little thicker, and you have to worry about that.
Right, perfect. And this looks like a really simple design that you could do with the kids, so it wouldn't take very long to make this up.
Not very long at all, actually. Yeah, you could sit back in your chair and send the kids out to grab some rocks, and once you have the ground prepped and good to go, then it really doesn't take much time at all to just build a circle with a slot.
Perfect. Let's get this party started.
All right. I think today I will use some fat wood to get it started and a ferro rod from my kit.
So instead of doing that smells good, by the way. So
Oh,
instead of doing the shavings like I normally do, your knife has serrations and you just grind a little bit of dust on there. Some really fine shavings.
Yeah, it's anything with a 90-degree spine like this. So the back here is extremely sharp. It's got a nice 90-degree spine. So I'm not actually cutting with the jimping. I'm just using the 90 degree.
That's a pretty cool trick. Awesome.
Ooh, brand new, fresh stuff. Okay. And then also with the 90-degree spine, you can strike your ferro rod with it.
Nice.
Oh, that wind.
So yeah, the audio might get a little windy here. I'm doing the best I can. There we go. Nice. Nature's giving us free pine cones. Later.
Well, thank you.
You're right.
All right, so now we just got to wait until the fire is established and we got some nice coals, and then we can move along with the next step.
I guess that would be the next hard part. Now comes the hard part, right?
Now comes the hard part.
Okay.
Waiting.
Well, you know what? This is a good time to start prepping some coffee. Catch you next clip. So that fire is going quite nicely. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, we expected some shenanigans, but it turned out that everything just kind of worked out and Mother Nature decided to cooperate today. So instead of gratuitous nature footage, the season is coming up, so I'm going to give you folks gratuitous fireplace channel footage. Feast your eyes.
Okay, so now that we have an established bed of coals under the fire, we are going to sweep some of those coals into the key slot and put our grate on there and get our coffee on the go.
All right, we're busy waiting for the payoff. And that is not quite perking, but it's doing its thing. So while we're waiting, just a couple of takeaways from today. The weather cooperated. This day has been glorious. Hey, even if the shacket is open, not too much wind. It gets its moments, but really this fire pit, we've got the clean flame. It's condensed right under, plus we can actually have another fire for keeping us warm should we need it. And here's the payoff. Light it small, keep it tight, and watch how the coals focus right under the cooking zone. We've got a clean flame, steady heat, and a pit that actually works for you. Plus, when you're done, it's easy to rake out, easy to refill, and it looks like it belongs in the yard or the site. Not like a crater from a failed NASA launch. All right, and once again, Mom, here's your share. I know that you could use a good cuppa. All right, so there you have it, kids. A simple, solid little fire pit that actually works. Not a lot of over-engineering, no beer ring bonfire nonsense. Just good design that keeps the flame where you need it, and the kids involved without anyone losing any eyebrows. Remember, a good pit doesn't have to be massive to be mighty. Keep it practical, keep it safe, and you'll have something that cooks well, burns clean, and gives you the light you need when the day winds down. Big thanks to Jeremy here from Fireworks for his bushcraft knowledge and his collaborative energy putting this together. And for proving once again that simple ideas done right always win. So if you found this useful, hit like, share it with your fire starting buddy, and check out the next part in the series. We're just getting warmed up. Because remember, dads, durability isn't just about the gear, it's about how you build it. So here's me and Jeremy keeping the coffee warm and the gear dirty. Peace out, Scout.